Hey YouTube family, this is Courtney. I'm back again with another quick video I want to share with you all, and it's very brief. I just want to share with you about a topic about changing your lanes. When is it time to change lanes? And when I think about it, I can remember when I started to learn how to drive. My daddy even was the first one to actually put me behind the wheel, and he taught me, and he would always tell me that it's very important that you stay in your lane, stay in your own lane for several reasons. You don't want to get into someone else's lane as they're going the same direction that you're going to eventually will cause an accident. And then you also have to be aware and be cautious about other drivers who are on the road, that they don't come into your lane. So he will always tell me it's very, very important that, Courtney, when you're driving on this road, you have to stay in your lane, stay in your own lane to avoid accidents, and also sometimes to avoid clutter and too much traffic. So that was one thing he always taught me, was to, when I was learning how to drive, is to just stay in my lane. And now as an experienced driver, I truly understand why, it was important, to make sure that I'm driving in my own lane when I'm on the road. Again, it was to avoid accidents and to avoid traffic. So even to this day, I do just that. I stay in my own lane. If I know that I'm trying to go somewhere, I don't like to do a lot of lane changing. Just me. I'll stay in my lane, and I ride my own speed, listen to my own music in my own little world, and I'm just coasting just to get to my little destination, wherever it may be. However, there are times when I would find myself maybe pressing for time, eager to get somewhere, to get to where I'm going. And I'm like, okay, this lane that I am in is no longer working for me. It's no longer benefiting me. It's no longer helping me. It's actually keeping me kind of stuck, and I'm going with the flow of this lane's traffic. So I would find myself needing to get over in another lane that would allow me to speed up, to stay in that lane to get to where I'm going, or to speed up to get around another car and get back into my own rhythm, my own flow of to get to where I need to go. So of course I would first cut on my signal light, and that was to, of course, inform the other drivers that I'm trying to get over. And I would adjust my mirrors correctly to make sure that I'm able to see you behind me, and also to see on the side of me, just to make sure that the coast is clear. Once I got the okay, once I see that everything is fine, I gradually get over into the other lane, put my foot to the gas, accelerate a little faster. Either I stay in that lane to get to where I need to go quicker, so that I'll be on time and reach my destination at an appointed time, or I would speed up and get around the slower traffic to get in, and then find my own rhythm, my own pace to get to where I need to go. So when I think about that, and now that I was thinking, this is the same thing that happens in life. This is the way that life works. How we apply that particular analogy to life. When I hear a lot of people say, and I'm guilty of, I say it too, I'm staying in my own lane. I'm in my own lane. This is my lane. I march to the rhythm of my own beat. I don't do what everybody else do, which indicates that they're doing them. They are creating their own speed. They are, and even myself, I created my own speed. I'm setting my own ways. I'm doing things on my own timing, not worried about nobody else. I'm in my own lane. This is my lane. This is what works for me. I'm not worrying about anything else. And when it applies to life, this could be from working. I'm working this job. I'm doing it in my own lane. Taking care of the kids. I'm not worrying about nobody else. I'm taking care of my kids, my household, in my own lane. I'm chasing my dreams, losing weight, starting a business, etc. Whatever it may be, it's your own lane. It's your own lane. You created this lane. You conducting this lane. You are in charge of this particular lane that you're in life. It's yours. You own it. And which is good and it's cool. But what do you do when staying in your own lane is no longer working for you anymore? What do you do when you notice that there are so many other things in your lane that you have created and invited in that is slowing you up? It is distracting you. It is not helping you at all. It's flat out just hurting you. It serves you no purpose. But again, this is your lane that you created. So what do you do when that particular lane that you created is no longer working for you? You know, to me, I had to kind of sit back and think about it too. Like, I've been in this lane for a minute now, and I noticed that now that I'm at that point, I'm in this lane and it's coasting, and I see the vision, I see the destination, I know where I'm trying to go, and I think I'm on the right track, but it's just doesn't fit anymore. So what do you do when the lane isn't working for you anymore? And I feel that if you ever get to this point in life where where you're feeling like, I'm in my own lane, I created this, I got this, but something just doesn't feel right, like something is not right, this is where it's time for you to cut on your life signal lights, adjust your life mirrors, and make sure that the coast is clear. You got the okay, everything is good. And now it's time for you to actually change lane. The lane you have been traveling in is no longer working for you. It's no longer benefiting you. It's no longer helping you. So it is time for you to change that lane. So before you do so, and like I said, this is what I'm actually working on, and I just want to share it with you all, is that there are some things that you have to ask yourself and truly think about it and answer them truthfully to determine, is it time to change lane, and if so, when. So I'm going to share with you 5 things, five questions. You can add on more if you need to, but these are the 5 that I asked myself, and it's currently asking myself, in this lane that I created, and I know that I need to change it. So these are the 5 questions that I've asked myself, and I want you to ask yourself too, to determine and to see, is it time for you to change the lane that you're in? So the first question is when we're out driving, and a lot of us, we know, because of the prices of gas and commuting and all the other things that we have going on in life, it's very rare that we just get in the car just to be going. We don't just get in the car, get on the bypass, and just ride. We have a destination, whether it's to the store, to our schools, to church, to a football game, or to anywhere, grandma's house. We all have a destination. So in life, the first thing that you need to ask yourself, where is it in life that I'm trying to go? Where am I trying to go? What is it that I'm trying to accomplish? What is the purpose that I'm trying to accomplish in the dream and the vision in this particular lane that I am in? That's the first thing you need to ask yourself, and answer it truthfully. Where am I going? What am I trying to do? What is it that I'm trying to accomplish in this lane? What is the purpose, the vision that my creator has given me, your creator has given you, to determine where you need to be going, how you need to be traveling in order to get there. So that's the first thing. You need to have a sense of direction. Where are you going? You're in this lane, you're just on it. Where are you going? You need to know that. That's the first thing. The second thing that you need to ask yourself is, the lane that I am in now, is it leading me towards the things that I'm trying to accomplish, whether it's your dream, your vision, your purpose, your business, writing your books, weight loss, eating healthy, whatever the case may be, being a better version of yourself, being a better mother, better father, better child, whatever it is, the lane that I'm in now, is it taking me towards that thing? Is it stopping me? Is it delaying me? Is it slowing me down? And this could range from anywhere to a relationship. Is this particular relationship that I'm in with this significant other, is it helping me get to my destination, or is it being a distraction by bringing unnecessary drama, issues, and things like that I don't need in my life on this in this lane that I'm in, trying to get somewhere. So, and it could be a hobby. Along the way we may pick up hobbies that are not really helping us or not beneficial for us or to us, and we need to ask ourselves, is this thing really necessary? Is it good? If not, of course, you need to put it down, because it's not going to do anything but delay and stop you from getting to where you need to go. Doubt. You can have doubt. Is this doubt that I'm having, is it helping me? Because or is it hindering me from getting to where I need to go? Another thing could be fear and lack of confidence. Now, let me just explain something to you, and it's my personal thing about fear. They say that fear is a negative emotion, but I personally believe that the only way that fear and even lack of self-confidence is negative is when you refuse to do anything about it. Meaning that, okay, I fear this, or I fear that, or I lack confidence in this area, and I lack confidence here. So now that I'm lacking these things, I'm just gonna lay dormant and just let it be. Let it run my life. Let fear keep me here in this comfort zone, in this safe bubble, so I don't have to deal with it. That's when it becomes negative. But when it becomes a positive thing, for me, I look at fear and lack of self-confidence as a gauge. Fear is letting me know this is where I'm at, and this is where I need to be. So everything in between are steps, even if they're micro steps, that I need to accomplish, or that I need to do for self to get to where I need to get to. And that's overcoming that fear. So fear can be a positive thing. It just depends on how your perspective of it and how you look at it. For me, fear and things that I lack confidence in, it acts as a gauge. It acts as a scale. It's weighing where I'm at. And I know where I need to be. So everything in between, I need to come up with a strategic plan to overcome that fear and to build my lack of self-confidence. And another thing, excuses. Are your excuses that you have, are these excuses getting you towards your purpose and your dream while you're in this lane, or are they just excuses that you're using to kind of put a band-aid over whatever it is that you're trying to avoid? Excuse me. And excuses also can act as a gauge too, to let you know where you are. If you're really real with yourself, like, that is an excuse and it's an unacceptable excuse, I need to go ahead and trash that. So that's the second thing you need to do, is to in this lane, is to ask yourself, is it leading me towards those things that I'm trying to get to, that destination, or is it stopping or delaying my process? So that's the second thing that you need to ask yourself. And the third thing is very, 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 very important, very critical, that you need to ask yourself, and actually need to do, and that is analyze your travelers. And when I say travelers, that's the people that you have invited into your lane, whether it's friends, co-workers, associates, whether it is a significant other. Analyze this. The people that are traveling in this lane, whether they're in front of me or whether they are behind me, are they helping me in some way, shape, or form, from a mental, physical, spiritual, emotional standpoint, getting me to where I need to go in this lane? Are they helping me? My travelers, are they helping me, pushing me along to reach my goal, my potential, the best version of myself? Or are they hindering me? Are they weighing me down? Are they slowing me up? Are we playing bumper cars because I'm trying to pull forward, but you're in front of me, you're blocking me? Or even if I am behind, are you pushing me a little too fast and it's throwing me off? I'm not finding my balance. So you need to analyze your travelers, the people that you are inviting into your space, into your own lane, that are, you need to ask yourself, are these people helping me? If they are, keep them. If they are not, you need to get away from them. So that's the third thing you need to ask yourself. And then also to flip it around, which brings me to the fourth thing, is that you need to analyze yourself. And this is one of the most hardest thing I see, even for me, to do, is to be honest, like completely honest with myself, because we don't want to paint, we always want to paint a picture that we have it all together and everything is all perfect. But if we really be honest, there are some things in our life and some things and some hobbies and some thoughts that we have within our life that we need to change, we need to alter, and we need to be honest about those things. So you need to analyze yourself. Ask yourself, what is it about this particular lane that is keeping me here? What is it? What's so special about this lane that's keeping me in here? Have I grown any in this lane? Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually? Have I grown in this lane that I've created while I'm in my own lane? Have you grown? Have you grown anywhere in any area in your life? Have you grown? And another thing you can ask yourself, am I staying in this lane because it's safe, it's familiar, and it's comfortable? Ask yourself, and also answer it honestly. What is keeping me here so long? Why am I traveling this same route, this same speed, this same distance for so long? What is keeping me here so long? What is it about me that I don't want to speed up? I don't want to change lane. I don't want to go around those things that are hindering me. Why am I in this lane for so long? And then, has there been any progress internally and externally in my life? And another thing you want to ask yourself, and this is something that's very important, and to be honest, like I said, that lane could be a comfort zone too. So ask yourself, have I outgrown this lane and I'm just staying here because it is safe and comfortable? It's easy. So that's the fourth thing you need to do, is to analyze yourself. Ask yourself these questions. Write it down. Like I said, it's something to me. Like I said, it's something very magical about and very authentic about putting pen to paper and writing those things out and actually seeing it. And so that way you can kind of connect the dots and see where you need to go in order to get to your destination, to your purpose, the better version of yourself. So this brings me to the fifth question that you want to ask yourself, and that is, what are the necessary steps that I must take to prepare myself to switch lanes in order to reach my destination? What are the steps that I need to take? And this kind of goes along with step 4, which is analyzing yourself, because we can analyze, okay, now that we've analyzed, it's time to put some action behind those things that we've analyzed, that we see that needs to be corrected, that we see that needs to be altered and dealt with. It's time to put forth some action. So you need to ask yourself, what are the necessary steps do I need to do to prepare myself to change lanes, because this lane is no longer working for me? I have to get out of this lane. It's not getting me to my destination in a timely fashion. It's slowing me down. It's not hindering me. I've been in my own lane, my own comfort zone, my own little world for too long. This lane isn't working. So now it's time for me to put forth some action. So you need to ask yourself, do I need to change my attitude? Attitude can be a very big roadblock in your lane that you're on. If you have a negative attitude, self-doubt, or a negative attitude about things that come into your lane that you have no control over, that may kind of put a little hindrance on you getting there. Your attitude, change your attitude about it. And another thing that you need to do, that you can, the necessary steps, is to stop blaming others for failure. Failure is going to happen. You're not going to perfect everything the first time around, and it's okay. We learn from these things. Life is trial and error. No one's perfect. You're not going to get it the first time right, the second, or even the third time. It may take numerous of times before you get it, but if you keep going, you'll get it. You can't blame anyone for your failure. Just take responsibility, take accountability, and flip that thing and be like, okay, yeah, I failed. What can I do different not to fail? What can I invite in? What can I exit out so that I won't fail? So don't blame anyone for your failure. Just take accountability for your part and for your actions and do better. That's all you can do. And another thing is to write the vision. Again, something magical about pen and paper. Write your vision out. What are the necessary steps? These are my vision. This is my goal. These are my plans. These are my things that I want to accomplish. And they can be big plans, big dreams, small things. And then in between, write little ones baby steps in order to get to that big thing. So write your vision. And another thing is that you want to work on your confidence. A lot of times, and I'm guilty of it too, is that it's like I have an idea and I'm very creative and I want to do these things, but it's like, this is not my thing. So I tell myself, and I lack confidence in it, so I shy away from it or I don't do it. So a necessary step for me is to work on my self-confidence, to just do it and be okay if I do fail. And if I don't, hey, another thing off the bucket list, I accomplished that. So work on self-confidence and also practice discipline. That's very important when we're in this lane trying to accomplish our destination. We have to be disciplined. We have to know when to go, when to accelerate, when to slow down, when to invite other people, into our lane, into our world, when to exit them out. We have to be disciplined with this and perfect our craft daily. Even if it's something small, something big, we have to work on it. You have to practice self-discipline. And another thing is to remove unproductive people and thoughts. If you have a crowd of people around you in your lane and they're not doing anything but cramming your space with negative things, things that are not productive, things that are not helping you, things that are hindering you, it's time to tell them they have to go, or better yet, they can have it and you switch lanes. You have to remove those particular unproductive people out of your life. Just because you're in a quiet crowd doesn't mean anything. It's always quality over quantity. So just remember that. And also your thoughts go the same way. With those negative thoughts that you're having about yourself, those thoughts that you are experiencing about yourself, you need to exit that or be like, okay, you know what, thoughts, y'all can have this. As for me and my vision, my dream, I'm switching lanes. I'm going forward. So that's another thing. And another thing that the necessary steps that you need to take is to learn how to say no. You don't have to say yes to everything. If you know it's not benefiting you and it's not actually helping you get to where you need to go with your purpose, your vision, your plan, being a better you, whatever it is that you're trying to work on, if it's hurting that, say no. Trust me, if they're your friends, they're your loved ones or whatever, and they know that you're on a mission to become the greatest version of yourself, they'll understand. And if not, that also just shines the light on who they really are and the purpose that they really are playing in your life, which is not to help you, which is not to elevate you, but probably to hate on you and to bring you down and keep you in this particular comfort zone lane that you're in. So just say no. So, and another thing that you want to do, the necessary step, is to adjust your mirror, meaning change your perspective on how you view self and your ability to walk into your calling. That is very important. Adjust your mirror, clean it off. You've been looking through this stain for so long and saying, I'm not worthy, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, I don't have that capability to do that. Oh, I'm not that particular girl, I'm not that guy, or whatever. If it's placed in your heart and if it's embedded in your spirit that this is your calling, your purpose, what you want to do, and what you have within yourself to manifest whatever it is that your creator have placed in your belly to birth, then you already know that it's authentic and it's real. So what you need to do is to adjust the way that you're viewing it. It's not a negative thing. It doesn't have to be negative. You're not a failure. You don't have to give up. You don't have to settle with mediocrity. You're big. You're great. So you need to adjust your mirror. Adjust your mirror so that you can walk in your calling. So those are the 5 things questions that you need to ask yourself. And like I said, I'm doing it too. I got to do my homework as well. And I just want to share it with you. You are, and even myself, we're the drivers of this vehicle called life, fueled by our creator. He has given us an assignment that no one can do it like how we can. Playing it safe and familiar is not going to get you to your destination. It's not going to get you closer to your dream. You have to, you've been in this lane, and I'm speaking for myself, I'm guilty too, for too long now, and it's time to change lanes, create a new speed limit with new rules, with new people, with new regulations, so that it's safe, productive, fair, and legal for you to reach your purpose. You've been in this comfort zone for too long. You've been in your own lane for too long. It's time to switch lanes. You see the vision and you're calling. There's a calling on your life, And if it's not going anywhere already, it's time for you to be like, okay, I have to be honest with myself. I have to let some things go. I have to change my perspective. I have to ask myself these questions and answer them truthfully, because it is time for me to reach my destination is there. Your calling is there. The thing that has been placed on your life, your vision, it's already there. It isn't going anywhere, because when your creator created you, he gave you an assignment. So it's going to always be there. It's our responsibility to put our foot to the pedal, make sure that we're in the appropriate lane in order to go the right speed to get there in the right timing. It is our responsibility. And if truth be told, speaking for myself as well, it is time to change lanes. We've been in our own lane for too long. It's time to create another one that has a different view, a different speed, a different perspective, so that we can reach our destination, our calling, our purpose. So I pray that this video helps you. It is helping me. This is what I'm working on right now in my self-love journey to get to a better version of myself. It's just been like, okay, it's time to switch these lanes. I've been hearing it for too long, you know, saying these cliches or whatever. So it's just time to switch it. So I hope that it works for you. Again, take what you can from it. What you can't take, what you can't use, delete it, whatever, alter it, whatever, tweak it so that it can benefit you. And again, you remember that self-love is truly the best love. Peace.